A woman walks on the road that brings to my grandmother's house in Zanghera. She's holding a bag around her arm, and she's wearing a simple dress. All of a sudden, she stops walking. She takes off her bag, places it on top of her head, and she carries on walking. I created the video to narrate this encounter I have with a woman that was walking in the streets in Lomé, and I thought it was such an amazing thing to watch, and the fascination towards it probably comes from my position as a European. So the inspiration for making the work comes from finding a picture in the family album, and the picture portrays my young mother selling makeup in the market. Once I learned my family's connection to market trade, I wanted to learn it as a way of sort of like reconnect to my family history. The use of props is quite symbolic in the work. So the books my dad is carrying on his head represents his status as a middle-class Togolese man that migrated to Italy to find work opportunities and pursues education, while on the other hand, the radio that is carried by my mom is a symbol of freedom. As she heard on the radio, they were passed a law in Italy to allow migrants to live freely. The radio usually symbolizes youth life and then life in the city and party life, while in this case I use it as a symbol of freedom of movement for migrants.
The Joe and Photoworks Award is a really important platform for developing photographers' careers. In the past, we've had artists go on to have solo exhibitions at Tate and be in group exhibitions at MoMA in New York. We've had artists publish award-winning photo books, exhibit around the UK, and join really high-profile agencies like Magnum. So both artists are talking about themes that are universal but also very personal. Theo Simpson in this project is really interested in exploring how landscape can be portrayed in many different ways. The human's interaction with landscape and the relationship between technology and the world around us. Photography is a very contemporary art form, and we consume images every day on a daily basis. But it's still a medium that is really important to focus on in terms of fine art, and to kind of step back and look at photography in the gallery context, and to really look at photography slowly and think about the narratives and the stories that it can tell.
This is a very good way for me to learn about myself through photography, and it's the main reason why I make work. So I was quite surprised when I received the award, because the pictures I take and the stories connected to them are quite personal. So it was amazing, the opportunity the jury gave me to make this work. A woman walks around the garden on her way to the kitchen, holding a tray full of clothes. All of a sudden, her phone starts ringing. She lifts the tray and places it on her head. She reaches to her pocket to grab the cell phone, and she takes the call. She gesticulates and moves around, almost as if she forgot the tray, now an extension of her own body, is on her head.